Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating in Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Let's go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Ryan. Look at the spin. Gets it off to Freeman. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken it.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll buy some time right, and that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On second down, Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Good set, good set, good set.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin.
Here we go. Good set, good set.
Now Breeze on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Fielded at the 20. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to sling this, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And George Hill has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. This is Ingram on first and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, hey, hey. Got three down. Easy, kill.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Breeze to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Tech McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tech McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to New Orleans after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Ryan on second down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now it's Ginn. And they're running right through it. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. If you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Breeze now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Looks good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
Set. Kill. Shift. 54 is Mike. What's that?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Ryan on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack There's a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
21. Let's go. Look out!
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10.
Get up!
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
3 down. 0-2, 0-2. Get set. Kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now a play fake. Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
21. Hey, South. Gun. Ready to go.
On On second down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, let's go. Let it go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. They'll roll him out right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Ginn. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Get set, get set, get set.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. You waiting? 11, 11, 11. 21, 21. 20
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Hey, Tuesday. Get up.
On 1st down, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, gun.
From the shotgun, Ryan buying time to his left. Touchdown, Falcons. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
21.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. And his throw here is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Breeze got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Gun! 3 down. Let's go.
Ryan wants to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meeting?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Craig Robertson not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19 on 2nd down. Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Check.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Finding room inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted. No matter.
They call a podcast Poppy. King goes, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I